Did you know that every character can run up on walls? Did you know that you can refresh one of your quirk 9 times? Why is everyone jumping and shooting? My Hero Ultra Rumble is the latest anime game that came out, and naturally there are things we have to figure out on our own. In today's video I am going to give you all 10 secret tips that the game does not teach you. Starting off with the easiest but probably the handiest tips, both involves walls and climbing. Did you know that the rapid quirk card allows you to run up on walls? There has been multiple occasions when I have been chased by an entire team, got into a sticky situation, but then I have remembered I got a rapid card on me and quickly climbed up on top of a building. Not only does the rapid card gives you a boost in speed, but on use it also allows you to run up on any surface as long as it's active. In my beginner's guide video I have briefly touched on holding onto different quirk cards, and this is exactly the reason why rapid cards are insanely handy. That being said, if you don't have a card, you can still speed your climbing speed depending on where you are. You can jump in between two walls. Especially in areas that involve buildings next to each other, you can easily speed up your climbing speed by jumping from wall to wall, quickly fooling your opponents that were chasing you. Of course the speed depends on what wall you wanna climb up on. Sometimes it's better just to keep climbing, but given the chance, start jumping to speed up your game. And as a side note, jumping off of a wall is also as good of a tool to dodge certain attacks. My third tip might not be as useful as the prior two, but it's still great to use to reduce downtime between fights, and that is still drinking while falling. If you start drinking a hat or an armor potion and you jump off a building or a cliff, you are not gonna get interrupted. You start off the game on half armor, and a lot of times you are racing your teammates to reach a level up card. By using this strategy, not only do you gain armor, but you also reduce the time when you're not looting. And speaking of loot, my number 4 tip, did you know that you can level up cards that are not yours? I've talked about socketing in a rapid card and mentioned in other videos that the support card is just as valuable as any other due to its healing potential, but did you know that if you have a level up card, you can use it on the socketed cards as well and not just your own quirks? Of course, leveling your own quirk is the play in this game, and given the chance you might wanna even give a level up card to your teammates, but there are times when it's more valuable to level up these socketed cards. Xing Kazma has actually did research on how long skill cards last per level, and this is actually insane. Just look at how long a level 9 card lasts compared to a level 1. Big shout out to the man, he's doing God's work. And as a side note, since we are talking about leveling up quirks, and I know not everyone owns Toga, if you turn into someone with her Gamma quirk and you use a level up card, you will start leveling the transform character's quirk and not yours, so be careful what you do with Toga. Your teammates are downed and their cards are outside of the circle. Not a problem, because even if the circle is small, you can actually out-heal it with potions or the support quirk card. So many times has it been when my teammate has just abandoned us and decided to go fight 5 different teams on their own, but I bet if he knew he can out-heal the circle's damage, he would have tried to pick us up. This tip is probably the most common out of the ones that I have mentioned, but the tutorial does not teach this, and there has been times when my teammate was clueless while I was down, so I will mention it. You can destroy buildings and certain objects. This might sound something like an idiot would do, but most of the times when you destroy a building, a survivor pops up who gives out a resurrection card and either a team heal or a team armor item. Of course, this way you reveal your position, but if you revive your teammates, then your chances at winning the game will be significantly higher. And since we are talking about revivals, if you get revived, you can cancel the animation by punching. Have you noticed that you're stuck after revive? Yeah, just start punching and you're good to go. The person that does the revival also can cancel this animation with a punch, but there has been multiple times when I have accidentally cancelled out the revival itself, so I actually don't recommend you doing this if you are not sure. You can refresh your abilities to do them multiple times on use. This is a bit tricky, but allow me to explain. Quirks that have one charge, such as Dabi's Gamma quirk or Deku's Beta quirk, can get refreshed if you level up that specific quirk right after you used it. This way you can spam Dabi's big circle to protect your teammates. I know that this has a limited use, but some quirks are just better than others, and given a chance to use them multiple times, it can turn the tide of the battle. Coming up at number 9, you can see what you're fighting against. There has been so many times when there were 3 teams remaining and I had no idea what's on the enemy team. But did you know that with the press of a button you can actually check your enemies? Hold down the options button and you can see every single remaining alive players. I'm pretty sure that there's also some sort of pattern with which you can even deduct who's with who, but even if you can't, you can at least find out if a goddamn Tyuyu is hiding in a bush somewhere or not. The very last tip is the hardest one out of all of the advices I have mentioned so far. This segment could easily be a different video on its own, but there are levels to advanced movement and even I have not mastered all of them, hence why I am holding off on it, but I will tell you guys the easiest and the most handy version of it. You can run fast while shooting. Okay, so that statement is not entirely accurate, but I didn't know how to call this. If you normally start shooting, your character starts walking, therefore you are an easy target to kill. But did you know that there's a way to keep running? If you start sprinting, jump, and right the moment when you leave the ground shoot, you keep the momentum and you won't even need to start the sprint animation to keep sprinting again. The game will remember it, you just need to press the jump button and shoot again. Again, this tip could be an entirely different video and even I haven't mastered this tech yet, but eventually I will release a video going more in depth on how to move faster. For now, just keep running, jumping and shooting. Those were the 10 secret tips to My Hero Ultra Rumble that I have learned on my own, but with the help of this video and a bit of practice, you can also learn them. I hope there has been a couple of tips that you have not known yet. I would actually appreciate if you told me in the comments which tips have you not known about. And if you think this guide was helpful, then please like the video and consider subscribing to the channel. A couple of weeks ago I have released a guide on Bakugou where I talk about his strengths and weaknesses, so if you wanna learn how to play him, then click the left card on the screen. Thank you everyone for watching this video. I hope you have had a fantastic day. Stay safe. Until next time, boys. Peace!